Hello, good morning, everyone. So let me introduce myself. I am Attorney Christy Alga of Mandaue City Planning and Development Office. So for this morning, I will be talking about the local public transport route plan of our city. So for the information of everyone, the local public transport route plan, or the LPTRP of Mandaue City, is already in the process of being approved by the Department of Transportation, or the DOTR. So to start, this is the outline of my presentation. We will start with a brief profile of our city, and then I will show you the map references and the LPTRP routes as contained in our plan. Okay, so this is the profile of our city. Mandaue is a bustling city of 362,654 people. That's based on the census of the year 2015. And we have a relatively small area of 32.85 square kilometers, which house 27 barangays. We are located at the heart of Metro Cebu, and we are an industrial hub, and we have been a highly urbanized city since 1991. We have two major waterways, the Butuanan River and the Mahiga River. So here you can see the shape of Mandaue City. Based on our comprehensive land use plan, the 27 barangays of Mandaue are clustered into 4 quadrants. Each quadrant is bounded by national highways, or the major roads of the city. So as you can see here, in this red line, the horizontal line, that's MC Briones Street. That's a national highway. And then the vertical line, red line, this part here, this is the Butuanan River. And then the lower portion is the UN Avenue. It's another national highway. So in identifying the intra-city routes, or the routes within the city, we have considered this form, the 4 quadrants of the city, because we aim to enhance the mobility of the people from one quadrant to another quadrant, and also from one quadrant to and its connection to the city core, which is located in quadrant 1. That's why our intra-city routes, again, the routes that fly within the city, these are the routes that do not go out of the city. They are just looping around the city. We have here, these are our intra-city routes. We have routes that connect quadrant 1 to quadrant 2, and then quadrant 1 to quadrant 3, quadrant 1 to 3, and then we have another intra-city route which connect quadrant 1 to quadrant 4. And then for the intercity routes, the routes that connect to other LGUs, to the territorial jurisdictions of other LGUs, we have considered the fact that Mandaue City is a transportation corridor, or a gateway in Metro Cebu. Because here, as you can see, we are in the center, and we are a junction of major roads connecting to, for example, here in the northern municipalities. We also connect to the south part of Cebu through Cebu City, and then here to Lapu-Lapu, to Mactan Island, where Lapu-Lapu City is located. So in identifying our intercity routes, we also coordinated with the other, with our neighboring LGUs, because this is what we call a tri-city initiative. So with the supervision of the LTFRB, we conducted several meetings, or constant meetings, with the cities of Cebu and Lapu-Lapu, in order for us to simultaneously identify the routes that traverse, or that cross to other territorial jurisdictions. So, and another consideration is that in identifying routes, we made it sure that the national highways, or the national roads in our city, are assigned routes. This is also in compliance to the DILG circular, which prohibits tricycles to traverse in national highways. So by putting or by assigning routes in our national highways, the tricycles will just ply in the interior roads, and they will not anymore traverse in the national roads. So these are the results of our proposal. So we have 5 intra-city routes, the routes that are that will just fly within the city, and then we have 10 intercity routes, those routes that connect to the northern municipalities here in Liloan and Consolacion, and then to Cebu City, and also here in Lapu-Lapu. So those are our intercity routes. For the intra-city routes, we considered our infrastructure condition, our road conditions. We propose or recommend modernized jeepneys. So in the intra-city routes, those that will loop around the city, we will be using modernized jeepneys. And for the intercity routes, we will be using city buses. So by introducing modernized jeepneys and city buses, we reduce the number of vehicles in the streets because we are providing more convenient and more efficient mode of public transportation for the public. So by doing so, we create communities that reduce energy use and carbon emissions. And also, it is also important to mention that we are encouraging the use of other non-motorized mode of transportation. That's why we also propose for bike lanes, and that will be discussed later. So that's it for the local public transport route plan of Mandaue City. And thank you. Thank you and have a good day.